What if the animal sleeping on your sofa is affecting more than your mood? For years, scientists have studied a surprising connection between pets and human health. Cats are now part of an interesting question. Do people who live with cats have healthier hearts, or are we seeing a connection caused by something else? Research has found links between cat ownership, lower stress, blood pressure, and a lower risk of some heart-related deaths. But the science is more complicated than saying a cat will stop you from having a heart attack. So today, we're looking at what researchers found, what might explain these results, and what the research still does not prove. Millions of people live with cats. For most owners, the benefits seem simple. A cat gives you company. You hear a purr when you come home. You have another living being waiting for you. You sit down after a difficult day, and your cat climbs onto the sofa beside you. But researchers have been asking a much bigger question. Does this relationship affect your physical health? One study attracted attention because of a surprising result. Researchers looked at data from more than 4,000 adults in the United States. These people were part of a large national health study and were followed for many years. When researchers compared people who had owned cats with people who had never owned cats, they found something interesting. Past cat owners had a lower relative risk of dying from a heart attack. The difference was around 37% in the main analysis. That sounds huge, and this is where we need to be careful. The study did not prove that cats caused this lower risk. Researchers found a connection. Those are two different things. A person who owns a cat might also have a different lifestyle. They might live in a different type of home. Their personality might be different. Their stress levels might already be different. Many things could affect the final result. Still, the finding created an interesting question. Why would living with an animal have any connection with the human heart? Stress might be part of the answer. Think about what happens during stress. Your body prepares for danger. Your heart beats differently. Your blood vessels respond. Stress hormones rise. Your body becomes more alert. This response is useful when you face a short-term danger, but constant stress is different. If your body spends too much time in a stressed state, your cardiovascular system keeps dealing with extra pressure. This is where pets become interesting. Research has found that interactions with companion animals are sometimes linked with lower stress responses. One well-known study tested people while they completed stressful tasks. Researchers measured things such as heart rate and blood pressure. People with pets often showed lower cardiovascular responses to stress when their pets were present than under some other social conditions. This does not mean every cat automatically lowers your blood pressure. Anyone who has tried to put an angry cat into a travel carrier knows the opposite is also possible. But normal, positive interaction with an animal might help some people feel safer and calmer. And over many years, small changes in daily stress might matter. What about oxytocin? You will often hear another word when people discuss pets and health: oxytocin. This hormone plays a role in social bonding and human relationships. Some research suggests positive interaction between humans and animals is connected with the oxytocin system. Researchers have proposed that this might help explain some changes in stress and emotional responses during human-animal interaction. But there is an important detail. The science is not as simple as saying, pet your cat, release oxytocin, protect your heart. Human biology does not work like an on and off switch. A 2023 study examining people interacting with their own cats found changes in emotional arousal and nervous system activity. Some results were different from the simple idea that cat interaction always lowers heart rate. So the real story is more interesting. Cats appear to affect us, but exactly how they affect us depends on the person, the animal, the situation, and the type of interaction. The loneliness question. There is another possible explanation: company. A cat does not replace human relationships, But for someone living alone, a pet changes the feeling of an empty home. There is something else moving through the house. Something needs food. Something reacts when you walk into the room. Something develops habits around you. For older adults, people who work from home, and people who spend long periods alone, this daily relationship might have emotional value. The American Heart Association has discussed pet ownership in connection with stress, physical activity, blood pressure, emotional well-being, and cardiovascular health. At the same time, its scientific review did not recommend getting a pet for the main purpose of reducing heart disease risk. That distinction matters. You should not walk into an animal shelter thinking you are picking up a medical treatment. A cat is a living animal with needs, costs, and responsibilities. The possible health benefit comes from the relationship. The blood pressure connection. Researchers have also studied pets and high blood pressure. A 2022 scientific review looked at research on pet ownership, hypertension, and cardiovascular health. Some studies found that pet owners had lower blood pressure or better blood pressure control. Other findings were less clear. The review concluded that pet ownership appears to have some connection with cardiovascular health, but the evidence does not give us a simple answer for every person. That is common in health research. Human lives are messy. Researchers cannot easily separate one factor from everything else. Take two people. One owns a cat, the other does not. Maybe the cat owner has less stress, but perhaps the cat owner also sleeps more. Maybe they smoke less. Maybe they have more money. Maybe they live with another person. Maybe they have different genetics. Maybe their diet is better. Researchers try to control for these differences, but no observational study removes every possible factor. That is why a connection is not the same as proof. So, do cat owners live longer? The answer is not a simple yes. Other research has also found links between cat ownership and lower cardiovascular death rates. A 2016 study using national health data found that cat ownership was associated with a lower risk of dying from cardiovascular causes, especially stroke. The researchers also said factors such as personality and the stress-relieving effects of animal companionship might help explain the result. But research across different types of pets and different groups of people has produced mixed results. A larger review of pet ownership and cardiovascular health found enough interesting evidence to keep studying the connection, but not enough to treat pet ownership like medicine. And that is the key point. Your cat does not replace exercise. Your cat does not replace healthy food. Your cat does not replace blood pressure medicine when a doctor prescribes medicine. Your cat does not erase smoking, diabetes, high cholesterol, or other major heart risks. But your relationship with your cat might affect another part of your health: your daily stress, your emotional state, your feeling of connection, your routine. And those things also belong in the wider story of heart health. Why this story matters. Modern medicine often focuses on things we measure easily: blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, heart rate, body weight. These numbers matter, but your body also responds to your daily environment. Who you live with matters. How stressed you feel matters. How often you feel lonely matters. How your body reacts to stress matters. A pet becomes part of this environment. For some people, a cat creates calm. For others, a cat creates routine. You wake up because the cat wants breakfast. You take a break because the cat sits next to you. You stop working because something wants your attention. These moments look small. Over years, researchers want to know whether thousands of small moments affect health in measurable ways. That is the larger scientific question. We think the most interesting part of this research is not the headline about cats lowering heart attack risk. The interesting part is the connection between emotional health and physical health. A cat should never be presented as a treatment for heart disease. The evidence does not support such a claim. But research into human-animal relationships gives scientists another way to study how stress, companionship, routine, and social connection affect the body. Sometimes a health story starts with something as ordinary as a cat sitting beside its owner. So if you live with a cat, do you notice a difference in your stress, mood, or daily routine when your cat is around? Tell me in the comments. I want to know whether your cat brings calm into your home or creates complete chaos. Cats are not heart medicine, but the bond between people and their pets might play a meaningful role in stress, emotional health, and cardiovascular well-being.